Let's go. Daddy. All right, what do you got there? Are those headlights for Daddy's car? Let's go look at them. Okay. All right, right here. Come here. That's Daddy. Thank you. All right, so what we got here is Auxbeam. The model is the NF-03 series. I'm not sure if you can see that well, but it's the NF-03. I got these on Amazon, saw these in another channel, and they seemed decent. I don't remember the price exactly, but I think it was around $30. Alright, so this is what it comes with here. Open this up. Auxbeam NF-03, and these do not have cooling fans, and this is one of the main reasons I liked these. It's a decently heavy unit. It's supposed to be all aluminum, and it's supposed to just provide the cooling just by this being a massive heat sink. You can see there's lots of little flares and everything on this thing, and it's supposed to provide the cooling without being too obnoxiously large or having a fan. I don't feel like anything with moving parts is going to be as reliable as something that's completely solid state and no moving parts. So I went with these, and they were a good price, around like I said, around $30. You can see there's just trying to get a better shot of them. As you can see, it's just one big heat sink, or two, one on each side, and they are completely round. So, and it has glass on the outside, so that enables you to use these filters that it also comes with. It comes with a variety of colors. I think it can go from like a 300K yellow, orangish to like 10,000 blue. So you have a variety of different colors. I'm just going to run it without any, and then we'll see from there how it looks. Should be this interior one, so it should just be on the opposite side here. Yep, there we go. It just comes right out quite easily. The coolant fill is kind of in the way, but here's a stock bulb, and what I'll do is I'll actually turn the key on with the stock bulb, and then we'll repeat that test with the LED. So let me do that now. Alright, there's the factory one, stock. Alright, kind of trying to make it so you can see this. Now, it looks pretty straightforward. You just pull off the connector and the whole thing comes out in one piece. So we're going to pop the LED in and then turn it back on and see what it looks like. So, alright, we will turn on the car and see what that looks like. Okay, as you can see, it's significantly brighter. It just plugs right up, and I'm not sure if I'm going to need to use that. Let's see where the hole is. It's just right there. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to use that second O-ring. Let me get it in there and then see how it kind of feels. You see, I'm wiggling it there with my finger, and it's got pretty much no play. I mean, I'm wiggling the housing. It's in there pretty solid. So it does not look like I'm going to need to use the O-ring from the factory bulb. So let's turn it on and see how they look side by side. Alright, here we go. As you can see, the LED Auxbeam is a lot bluer and brighter. It looks a lot better. Whether or not it's blinding, I can't really say. I mean, these are the daytime running lights, so we'll see. But I believe this uses the same, the same bulb is used for the brights. So let's see what happens when I turn on the brights. Okay, so one of the concerns was that the brights would be too bright, and from looking at it from here, I don't really think that would be the case. I mean, with brights, generally want it as bright as possible, but this is the Auxbeam, and this is the standard. I think the factory lights might actually be a little bit brighter for the brights themselves. Yeah, they are. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you replace your DRLs. That same bulb is like probably like a two-stage type thing that's also used for the brights. So it'll definitely make it a little bit less bright. Yeah, that definitely seems brighter. I don't know, you can see what you think, but I think this is brighter. Like, the camera won't even capture the bulb. But if you look over here, you can see it kind of better. So, similar, but something to keep in mind. Alright, I'm going to pop the other one back on there. Okay, and to do the passenger side, it's pretty much just as easy. You'll see I'm not sure if you can really capture it there, but it's just right there, just right here, is where the wires are in the bulb. And one thing I actually wanted to check also is see how hot that LED felt. Ooh, it feels really, really hot. Really hot. Like really hot. So let's hope that solid state cooling with just the heatsink is enough, because that was really hot, and this bulb is actually super hot as well, so I might have just burnt my finger. That was really hot. So if you're going to do this, you probably want to let your bulbs cool down a little bit. I didn't, but you should. Probably just give it 20 minutes or half an hour and it should be fine. Alright, got it off. Again, factory bulb. And the Auxbeam. Pop that in there. Just plug and play. No boxes, no ballast, nothing like that, which is what I love about the LEDs. It's what brought me to them rather than HID. So let's get this one in there and see how tight it is. Alright, got it in there. Again, pretty tight. Very, very little movement. What the light screws into is like a rubber housing type thing, and that has movement in it itself, and I think that's probably just to allow the assembly to wiggle around. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you can see the whole thing move as I wiggle this. So it's on some sort of flexible mount as a whole, so that's probably just to generally reduce vibration and make things last a little longer. So I got the actual headlights coming in, so I'll probably get those done tomorrow or maybe later today. So we'll see how those look, but again, this is a complete base model, 2017, and I'm going to turn on the DRLs one last time and we'll take a look. Alright, there we go. Both installed. Super easy. It will take you all of 5 minutes, if that. If you don't know what you're doing like me, it'll just take you 5 minutes, but otherwise it'll probably take you 2 or 3. And you just pop them in. I think it's quite easy. I think getting to the The actual headlights will probably be a little bit more difficult, but these DRLs and brights are quite easy. Let me turn on the brights to show one last time with those. Okay, here it is with the brights on. I'll have to show you a little bit at night, but it doesn't look bad at all. Like I said, I don't think as bright as factory, but I don't really use the brights very often, so I'm not too worried about it. It's more about angle than the intensity of the light, usually. So I'll test it again at night, kind of show you what they look like, but I think they look good. Shows you a big contrast between the factory yellow and the LEDs. That looks a lot better than that. So, alright, thanks everybody.